The tilt is real. Tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Let's go.
Welcome in to the Sunday Tilt with your hosts, the FF chef himself, Juan Carlos Pena, and John JAWN Swanson.
It is Sunday, my dudes. This is when the tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Welcome into another episode of the Fantasy Sunday Tilt. Oh, man, Juan, it is the playoffs. Happy playoffs to you, my friend.
Happy playoffs to you, Shad.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the tilt is real.
Oh,
like this is when the tilt is real.
I mean, 4 games have already happened, and
Crazy games.
wonderful games.
Well, at least 2 of
ended
them, you know
in
what I
a
mean?
white snow globe Christmas feeling game.
And my Dolphins suffered the loss.
Oh,
It was a good game, though.
they blended in well with the snow.
We
in
did,
those
right?
white jerseys.
Maybe that's why they couldn't see us.
Yeah.
That's why Waddle got the long touchdown.
Maybe.
They didn't find him.
I hope. Thank God he came back into play.
Yeah, man.
Oof. Some big injuries out there this
All
week.
over, all over.
I am thanking my lucky stars. I traded Jonathan Taylor. We talked
You
about it
did?
yesterday during the game
Yeah.
for Devontae Adams, and wow.
Tell me it ain't about luck, though. You know, like
I
you
mean,
have Jonathan Taylor on your team, and then he
I
gets
have
one
Jonathan
catch, 13
Taylor,
yards, and he's out.
Saquon Barkley, and Kenneth Walker.
Oof.
So those 3 players, I made the decision to go with Saquon. I wonder why.
Not a homer.
Not a homer at all. And Ken Walker over Jonathan Taylor, who had been injured. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
Writing was on the wall
I
that
was
the team
like,
was going to struggle.
There's 2 ways this is going to go. One, I can keep him and I can suffer the pain and go through it, or he could bring me a championship.
Yeah.
Or I can go out and get a hands down someone that's going to get 10 to 12 targets easily every single game.
He might set records for targets this year. Devontae Adams. It was a good trade for you.
Yeah, it was a good trade. It was a well thought out trade.
Yeah.
And I am reaping the benefits regardless, because Walker went down and he was out last week. So that helped me out. Helped me clinch up the bye.
Got himself a bye.
So daddy's on a break. All right. Everybody go back to sleep. No.
Speaking of sleep, my man Mr. Swanson, it is Sunday, my dudes. And that's the last time we get to say that, because the next 2 shows are going to be on Saturdays, right?
Yeah, I think I've been thinking about this one. So let's just do a power hour on Saturday.
Okay.
We'll go from 11 a.m. to 12 noon.
Okay.
All right. And it's a power hour because there's not a lot of people out there in semifinals.
Okay.
So if you guys are in there, it's semifinals next Saturday and the Saturday after. We will
Christmas
be there
Eve and
for
New Year's
you.
Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We will be there for you, 11 a.m.
I like it.
All right, we'll just do a power hour and get your questions in. And you can always hit us up on Twitter at The Tilt is Real, or Facebook, or YouTube, right into the channel. Yeah, mailbag at The Tilt is Real is our email. I checked that as well. Facebook has been very successful. I've been hitting some people up.
Nice.
The coolest name in fantasy football.
Jim Rambo.
Yeah, hit me up on Facebook this week. And I'm sure we'll be talking about it today. But man,
it's the season, Chef.
If you had Kirk Cousins yesterday,
first of all, you were sweating for an hour and a half. First of all, you were about negative. You were about negative for an hour and a half, and you were sweating bullets. I know you were. I know you have them, so I know you were sweating bullets, Chef. Because come on, man.
I had him going in 3 different leagues. One was I was on a bye, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah.
But the other 2, I started him over Russell Wilson and Mac Jones, which it makes sense.
Right.
Dynasty league.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I would have done that.
I'm the 3rd seed, but I'm playing the 6th seed. 6th seed had a really good Thursday night game. Who played there?
McCaffrey?
He had George Kittle.
Yeah, everybody that had Kittle's happy right now.
And I'm like, oh man. I said, this is going to end early for me. 3rd seed, 10-3, tied, 3-way tie for first place.
Oh, that's crazy.
And
you ended up 3rd?
And I went up 3rd because of points.
Yeah.
But still 10-3. I turned around and I'm like, you know what? Let's play Kirk. I got to play Kirk. It's a good matchup.
Yeah, but
Man,
it wasn't for a little while.
I was shocked. But
33-0. Chef, he had negative points. He threw a pick 6. It was awful.
It was awful. It was awful.
Even the Jefferson owners, you also have him in another league. But like the Jefferson owners, you were sweating bullets because that first half was atrocious. I don't know if I've seen something that bad. That was the greatest comeback ever.
Biggest one in history.
Ever.
In the last 30 years. The record hasn't been broken in 30 years.
Yeah.
1992 was the last time it was done. And he threw the ball for 460 yards.
Unbelievable.
4 touchdowns.
Basically in the second half.
Yeah.
Actually, almost most of it in the fourth quarter.
Never count out Kirk Cousins ever again. He is currently sitting at QB1 for the week.
Unbelievable.
These are bad.
I don't think he's getting caught.
Back-to-back weeks where he really just balled out.
I don't think he gets caught. 460 something and 4 touchdowns. I don't think he gets caught.
Oh, hey, you never know. Any given Sunday, but wow.
Yeah, this guy has something to say about it. My homie. Hey guys, I just want to make a little before we get started officially and start our first tilt. If you see me looking away from the screen for a little while, it only happens every 4 years, folks. It's never happened at this time of year, so it'll never conflict with football again.
It's football on football.
It's football on football. I'm watching the World Cup final. I got one eye on the final and one eye on the chef. So if I look a little funny on the screen, that's what's happening right now. Because this is, once every 4 years.
I told you could put it next to your screen. Football. You can see it better, I got it. So it makes it at least look like you're looking at the computer. Right you're cheating on all the tilt this year.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, they'll think I'm looking over some stats or something. By the way, I usually don't look at those. So, I'm watching the game and talking to you guys at the same time. But Viva Football.
Viva Football. It is Sunday. Let's get into some tilts.
Yes, sir.
This one's coming in early. Like Delusional Tanner, was really stressing on this one. He goes, pick 2, flex, PPR, Rachaad White, Bam Knight, T. Higgins, or Zay Jones. Tilting here as the 6 seed trying to get an upset playoff win.
Zay Jones got a tough matchup, man, against Dallas, right?
Yep.
I don't like that. I don't like T. Higgins' hamstrings.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't like that either. I don't like the fact that Zach Wilson is now back at behind the helm, probably for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I saw that this morning.
If he balls out, man, it'll be back to his team, dude. He's the one with their draft capital and the draft stock. If he balls out, I think he keeps it.
If
they win and he balls out, all right.
That hurts my Garrett Wilson stock so much. Rachaad White is a definite play for me as a flex. And with Leonard Fournette in there, it downgrades into a
He's
flex
the only
play.
one I feel kind of good about. The other ones,
all right. So we got to depict which one is the.
It's T. Higgins for the upside.
Best of the worst.
T. Higgins for the upside. Zay Jones, it's really a tough matchup, and he's been hit or miss already anyway. So it's either Bam Knight for a floor and T. Higgins and hope he doesn't pop that hammy again.
Let's go and check the injury report real fast for T. Higgins. See if it changed at all, because that will dictate definitely something.
If you knew he was going to do the same thing like before, he's just going to come in, play a couple plays, and then he's out, or play a half and then he's done. But you don't know that. And that's the scary part about those soft tissue injuries.
All right. Well, I guess you're right. So it's Rachaad White and it's T. Higgins?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're going to get from Bam Knight. Like you said, Zach Wilson's coming back. I don't trust him at all. That offense is probably going to sputter a little bit. And Zay Jones has a really tough matchup against Diggs. So,
agreed.
Good luck, Delusional Tanner, though. Go get it.
Agreed. All right. Lucius says, morning, guys. Would you go with New England or Green Bay defense? Also, Waller or Kmet? Good luck with your matchups today. Good luck to you as well, Lucius. Green Bay or New England?
I like when you're going up against backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean.
But then again, we're going up against Baker, and he likes to turn the ball over. I guess both of them are pretty good.
I mean, if you have New England, you're going up against Las Vegas, and anything could happen with that.
Yeah. What if Jacobs runs the ball on you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go Green Bay. Baker's going to turn the ball over. They're probably going to run the ball, keep that game low scoring as much as possible. Baker likes to give you one, man. And if one of those is a pick 6, you're good.
I'm okay with that.
It's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you still got Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Like the weapons are right. I think I'd go that way.
And they've been
the Rams offensive line is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, no all right. Yeah, I'll go with that. Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right. And then Waller or Komet?
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Komet there.
Yeah. Isn't he tight end 2 since week 9? Something along those lines. He's like tight end 2 since week 9. He's averaging like 14 points a game.
I mean, he's doing his damn thing.
Yeah, man.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And if you're going to do anything to the Eagles, it's probably going to be against the tight end. Like that's their least productive position like that they defend. Yeah.
He's tight end 12 on the year. You missed the one.
No. On the year.
Oh.
It's just week 9 is what I was going at.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. I think I've definitely heard that somewhere.
I mean, he had the bye last week. So, but Philly's they can get hit up by the tight end, believe it or not.
Yeah. That's the one spot you can. I mean, you're not going to attack the corners, right? You can't run the ball on them, right?
No.
So you got to do something.
Yeah, I believe.
And with Fields, I feel like that's something safe that he can do, and he's been connected with Komet. So,
oh, man, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm
living in the past there. But Waller, like,
I don't trust that.
I don't trust Waller.
No,
show me some. It's like you can't. You can't. You probably.
He's playing the Patriots.
I would rather go with Komet.
Yeah, man.
I would rather go with.
They got a bunch of safeties. The Patriots. Yeah, I'm good. I'll pass on that. Give me Komet.
Yeah. All right. Luka Magic coming in. Cards or Saints defense? Both play backup quarterbacks.
Yeah. But the Cards defense is so bad. They're like the worst against tight ends. They're going up against Dulcich this week.
You're
playing against a rookie QB though, and you have Marcus Davenport and Cam Jordan and the Honey Badger back there making plays. I mean, I guess maybe I go Saints. They're the better defense on paper. If they have everybody healthy and everybody's playing, I would probably go there.
I mean, Denver's going to be able to run the ball on Arizona.
Probably. I go Saints. They got the potential for sacks. They're due for some turnovers. They only had a couple interceptions going into last week, and they were both by the Honey Badger.
I really want to see Desmond Ridder do well.
I know that's your problem. Like you want him to do well, so you're like, no, there's a world
where
he's
going to have a good game. Unlock Drake London today.
Chef, there's a world where he runs for 70, 80 yards. He has a couple hundred yards passing. Maybe he hits a long play.
No Lattimore in the offense, the defense.
But a rookie quarterback and making his debut against the Honey Badger and them and not turning the ball over. I don't know. Man.
Honey Badger's been crap this year. I'm sorry.
He has the only 2 interceptions their team has. Like, it's a bad defense in general. Like, they're okay, and they were supposed to be better on paper. They were missing Marshawn Lattimore for like 10 weeks. When you're missing your number 1 corner, who's pretty much a lockdown, like it changes the dynamics of that defense.
Don't give me the Honey. Yeah.
He's good. I think he makes a play today. How about that? Honey Badger makes a play today. Interception, fumble recovery.
I have him in an IDP league, and this is why I'm saying he stinks because he just hasn't done anything.
Well, because he only has. It's a bad defense where he was the only one creating turnovers. But anyway, I like them. I don't want anything to do with the Cardinals' defense.
Fair enough.
That's not a good defense.
It's not a good offense for Denver either.
You're right. Oh, you know what? That game's going to be
Brett Rippin.
I think both games are hella low scoring.
Yeah.
I think neither one of those games gets somebody scoring 20 points unless it's off a turnover, like, maybe a pick 6 or something like that. So, or kick return, anything. Give me the Saints in every aspect. If I'm picking between these two, you can pick the Cardinals if you want to, but I'm definitely taking the Saints.
Yeah, give me the Saints. Yeah. Ugh. I don't want it to be true, but yeah.
The Cardinals, Chef. They're bad.
I know.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Darius Slayton or Deontay Johnson. Now, this one is intriguing.
That's intriguing.
Deontay, I mean, speaking up first, Darius Slayton has been relevant for fantasy purposes.
For sure. Yeah, he's been better than Deontay. Yeah, look up the numbers, but I'm pretty sure he's been better. And check this out. I'm going to say a word to you real quick. Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can trust Deontay Johnson as much as you can trust the target share that Darius Slayton had before the last week against Philadelphia, because last week against
Philadelphia. But that's against Philadelphia. That's correct. Bradbury and Slay, bro. That's
so
different animal.
Week 13 for Darius Slayton against Washington, 6 for 90 on 8 targets.
Yeah.
So 12 fantasy points.
Already did
That's
it for
a nice little flex spot or a wide receiver 3.
Yeah. He already did that for you, and you're not sure you're going to get that from Deontay.
Yeah, I don't know about Deontay Johnson, man. He has not been performing up to any kind of potential that he does have.
He still gets his targets.
Last week, same thing almost, though. Yeah, he's getting his targets.
He gets the targets, but it's Mitch, though, and he was struggling a little bit, but he's been getting the targets all season. His lowest targets are 5, so he had 2 bad games, but other than that, he's been up above 8. So
I think back to what Carolina Panthers did last week to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And they kind of shut them down a little bit.
JC Horn's getting better. Like, he's sneaky good at corner, dude. Like, he's not bad.
So
and Steve Wilkes has that.
I'm going to roll with Darius Slayton. It's not a homer pick by any means, but it's just
the matchup isn't bad, and he gave you 6 for 90. Now this time he gives you 6 for 90, but he finds the end zone, or he gives you 7 for 80 or whatever. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
The Giants don't have too many people to throw to, and he's the one that's been getting the targets. He's the main guy there.
Yeah, Bellinger's questionable today. And then there's Richie James. That's about it. And Saquon Barkley.
Woofed. Don't you guys still have Dante Pettis?
And a
Marcus Johnson running around somewhere?
I think he's on IR too. They're all banged up. I'm on IR.
My Lord, that's awful.
Kicks for Mike. Good morning. He says, I'm in the playoffs in all 3 leagues. Shout out to the Tilt Squad. Let's go.
These guys always have the best teams, dude.
Love it.
Squad is great.
And he wants to know Burrow or Field. Oh, Burrow and Fields?
Those are his QBs.
Oh, that's just showing off.
Jinx.
Zach wants to know ETN, Connor, Mixon, Henry, Cole Kmet, Taysom Hill, Evan Ingram need 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Ooh.
Wait, Henry like Derrick Henry? Like start of the week?
Probably Derrick Henry.
Like I'm going to go to LA and show off and it's snowing in Vermont, Derrick Henry?
Yeah. Big snowstorms everywhere up north.
Yeah. So yeah, he's going to go to LA and show off. Yeah, he's in. I don't bench him. Connor's on a heater.
I would probably Mixon and Henry
and
for
Connor.
The 2 RBs
and my flex too.
Oh yeah,
roll it out.
Connor, your flex, and then
Kmet.
You like Kmet over Ingram, even after the big game last week?
I know
Ingram
had the big game, yeah, but it's against
and
Dallas. He likes to go up and down on me, Chef. I don't.
We
like
pronounced our love for Evan Ingram.
I love him
pre-show.
I know. Let me look up Kmet because I'm pretty sure that was the number. It was the last since week 9. I'm pretty sure that he's the tight end too.
Man, Evan Ingram.
I love him. I have Dallas. Him going in a bunch of lineups. Shout out Mr. Swanson, who's not here with us today, but Mr. Swanson, I'm going up against him today, and I started Evan Ingram. I started him over Tyler Higbee and Noah Fant, and I shouldn't have probably started him over Noah Fant because he had a decent game. I
mean, both defenses are pretty sturdy against the tight end.
It's the touchdowns, that have him that way. But he's got 4. That was 2 games in a row where he had those 2 touchdowns. 6, 7, 4, 6, 7. Those are his targets, and he's got 70 yards twice in 5 games. I mean, I guess it's more of a toss-up.
I mean, you Dallas could probably bank on the targets regardless for Evan Ingram.
Yeah, but it's Dallas that scares me. The defense.
I mean, the guy's still going to have targets,
right? But I don't know how many and is he? I don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up with these 2. Enough. It's close enough. And like I said, if you're going to attack the Eagles anywhere, probably through Cole Kmet. But I don't know. We don't leave the table on the heater. And you got his jersey hanging up above you. And you talked about earlier.
I'm rolling with Evan Ingram.
Go for it then. Let's go.
I have to stay true to my guns.
So we're going to go with the 3 running backs. We're going to go Connor, Mixon, and Henry, and running back positions and the flex.
Well, we look at it. You have to look at the Dallas defense like this. They have good cornerbacks.
Yes.
Trayvon Diggs,
one good corner. Yeah, because they had an injury on the other side, right?
Correct. Anthony Brown is banged up.
Yeah.
And then you have Evan Ingram, who has been targeted over and over and over again for the past 2 games, 22 targets in the last 2 games.
Yeah, we don't leave the table on a heater.
He's only playing 80% of the snap share.
Right. But that's
So
typical for a tight end.
So that is, if you think about it, 80%. That's looking more like,
if he played all the snaps, he'd have 16 targets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15, 16 targets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So either way, you had me already. You had me at hello, chef. All right.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, and there's no way that Evan Ingram doesn't. I mean, I'm not going to say he's going to have a spectacular day,
Right.
but
if he's had 22 targets over the last 2 games and he's playing against that team that we expect the Dallas is winning, and that's a competitive game at least where they have to throw the ball to keep up, at least, even if it's close, then he gets the opportunity.
I mean, Zay Jones should have a good game. Christian Kirk could have a decent game.
Trayvon's going to get on somebody.
Game,
I just don't know who it is.
We saw the Dallas Cowboys, start to falter a little bit.
They struggled against the Texans
down the stretch, and
it was 24-20 against the Texans, right?
I think it looks like they get tired, like their endurance.
Maybe they're not that deep. They just have those stars. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, and they have Micah Parsons, and they have Trayvon Diggs, and outside of that, it's a bunch of role players, right?
Yeah, but I think Evan Ingram. I don't like the ETN pick today.
No, ETN's tough.
But I'd rather go with Evan Ingram.
I have a personal tilt. And maybe the tilt squad can help me out since they're all in the playoffs and they know everything anyway, right? So Travis Etienne or AJ Dillon. How far down?
Are you playing against me?
Nope. Mr. Swanson, though.
I may play Dillon.
Yeah, I know. I just did that today. I might switch it before 1 o'clock because I'll do that 4, 5, 6 times. The tilt is real.
I think I would go Dillon.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah. The tilt is real, guys.
Tilt is definitely real. All right, let's get back to kicks from Mike. We kind of cut him off there. He got Zach slid into it in between his
my man Zach.
You got to bunch him up. Kicks from Mike. He says flex Watson or Garrett Wilson.
Oof.
Now, but if Mike White was at quarterback, I would hands down say Garrett Wilson. But I am going out here and saying Christian Watson 100%. Put a stamp on it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
I can't see a world
Chef,
where Christian Watson.
We have a penalty kick, Chef.
Oh yeah,
Lionel Messi is lining up a penalty kick right now for Argentina. This is huge.
Oh man,
dude's never won a World Cup. Sorry, I know this is football. Yeah, go Christian Watson. If I scream, forgive me.
No, that's okay. Kicks from Mike also wants to know Mac Jones or Daniel Jones or Tannehill. I got to know which one it is. If it's Mac Jones or Daniel Jones. But
Lasso, oof, slid it comfortable.
Doesn't matter. Or corner. Do we have confidence at all in Ryan Tannehill?
No, Danny Dimes. That is a rough defense. They're going to be putting pressure. Here's what happens: you see Danny Dimes. You're a Giants fan. You know more than Chef. As soon as that pressure is coming, what's he going to do? He's going to tuck and run. I feel like it's a big rushing game for Danny Dimes. He gives me a rushing floor that I'm a fan of. And down near the goal line, since you are limited in weapons and there is no Bellinger, and all the receivers are hurt, it's either Saquon or him going for that touchdown.
He's averaging 42 rushing yards a game.
Yeah, I'll take the over on that.
Yeah.
Tonight, yeah, I'll take the over on that.
I agree. So if it's Daniel Jones, yes. If it's Mac Jones, what would you do? Because we don't know who the Jones is.
Give me Tannehill.
Okay.
Against the Chargers.
Fair enough.
Even if he doesn't have the weapons, dump offs to Henry, whatever it is, they're going to have to do something. Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, no Treylon Burks again.
Yeah. It'll be Westbrook Hakeem. It'll be whoever they could. Yo, Concool. Big game. Mm-hmm.
I would play Chigaquanko over Evan Ingram and Komet today.
Yeah. Well, if you can do that, who was that did that?
With the tight ends, that was with Zach.
That was Zach with the tight ends? Yeah, Zach. I would do that. If you can go get a Concool, I would start him over Cole Kmet and Taysom Hill or Evan Ingram. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the move.
Yeah.
But back to kicks for Mike. So we said Jones either way, and then I'm sorry. Daniel Jones over Tannehill. Yep. Tannehill over Mac Jones.
Yeah. And this is a family show.
Yeah.
A different horrible bosses.
Keep it clean. Clean. All right. Eric Brewer wants to know, what's up, Eric? Hey guys, playoff start this week. Should I go Garrett Wilson or Jerry Jeudy? Half-point PPR. So Jeudy coming off that big 3-touchdown game, the hat trick. But no Russell Wilson in this one. All right. And Garrett Wilson dealing with Zach Wilson.
Oof.
Ugh.
That was a connection that, you know what, though, he still gets the targets. I feel safer going with Garrett Wilson. I feel like Garrett Wilson's been more steady. I know Judy had the big game, but like you said, it was Rush. And it was against Kansas City, coming from behind, having a fight the whole time. I feel like that game's going to be a lot closer today. And I think Garrett Wilson's slightly over Jerry Judy.
Garrett Wilson over Detroit. I like that.
Yeah.
I think he could beat
You have
Okuda.
to.
Yeah.
You have to. He could beat anybody. It doesn't matter. Whoever they line him up, they move him around.
But can they get the ball there? And their defense has been up. Aiden Hutchinson.
They've been better. They've been a lot better in the last half of the season, but it doesn't matter. I still feel like a Garrett Wilson gives me a better chance to win. It's the playoffs, man. I'm not riding with Brett Rippin.
Yeah.
Give
me Garrett Wilson over Judy. I'm never a big Judy fan anyway, personally.
No, he just had his little breakout and he had the 3 touchdowns.
He had his game.
It's tough. The touchdowns are hard to replicate. That's the one stat that you can't figure out if somebody's going to get in the end zone.
I mean, he does have a decent matchup against Antonio Hamilton.
Yeah, listen,
Jerry Judy.
Like guys like Mike Evans.
Make the point for both of these guys.
Mike Evans has 2 touchdowns over 70 yards called back this year because of penalties. 2. If that would change everything, and you'd be like, oh, he's totally different. He won me a game or whatever, and the numbers would be totally skewed just by 2 simple long plays called back. So you can't rely on a stat like a touchdown. Give me Garrett Wilson, especially against Detroit. I think they got to play. They got to keep up.
All right. Fair enough. Garrett Wilson. Jim Rambo, coolest name in fantasy football. Morning, guys. Need help in first round of playoffs. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Full point
not
PPR.
Those of us that have a bye.
In 2 leagues?
Yeah,
that's 2.
Yeah.
Well planned, orchestrated, and scheduled accordingly.
I outscored you by 200 points in one of those leagues. Just FYI.
I know. It feels good. Feels good to have a break. Everybody should take a break. My players needed a break.
They needed a rest.
But
they actually did, though.
Yeah, they did.
They actually did, though.
All right, so Jim Rambo, full point PPR. I need one for my flex. Oh, Monty, Rex Burkhead, or Josh Palmer. Also, should I start the Washington D over the Eagles? Thanks. I don't think we could take away the Eagles D.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. Fields still turns the ball over a little bit, and that they probably will try to run the ball a lot with Montgomery and keep that game close.
Yeah, I don't see the Eagles.
Yeah, they've been getting pressure. They're 8 deep on the defensive line. And their corners are locked down. Give me them.
It's going to be a tough game for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Washington D's facing the Giants. Saquon should be able to run the ball.
But can you play David Montgomery?
That's tough
against the Eagles defense that has been beaten on the ground. We saw Dameon Pierce do it.
You know what, Chef? We're here to win championships, right? We're here to move on to the next round. I think you give me Rex Burkhead and keep it pushing.
I think you're crazy.
Why?
You're crazy.
Ogunbowale?
You're crazy.
With Mike Williams back and Keenan Allen there and Gerald Everett?
Yeah.
Against the Titans? Yeah.
Yeah, against the Titans defense. I would play Palmer over Rex Burkhead, but I think the answer still here is David Montgomery.
Against the Eagles.
I don't think it matters. I mean, they're middle of the pack against the fantasy running back. It's not like they have terrible matchup.
They are in Chicago too, and their defense is one of those defenses. It's weird they don't travel as well, but they've been different with Jordan Davis back, man. At
we
DT.
can look at it as the Eagles. They will try to stop your best thing accordingly because
that's what it is.
Really have much.
They're going to run the ball with
Justin
Montgomery
Fields and Montgomery.
Right.
That's what they have.
Right. No Claypool, no Mooney.
Nope.
Right. Nope. So it's all run. So they're going to focus on that. And they're going to try to come in there and stop it. They're going to dare them to beat them over the top with it's
a flex play
Equanimous
situation.
St. Brown. You know what I mean? That's who's going to be out there catching passes.
Oh man, I don't like the Burkhead situation, man. Splitting carries. Yeah, no, I can't get.
He was the pass
that.
Catching back before.
I just don't know if I could put Josh Palmer above David Montgomery, who I know is going to get work.
Yeah, but what kind of work? I mean, maybe he gets in
the
end zone.
So we put it this way.
Most likely to score a touchdown is David Montgomery. I'll give you that.
Let's go off of this. So David Montgomery
most likely
averages 11 fantasy points per game. All right, on the season.
Right.
The Eagles defense giving up 17 fantasy points per game.
To the running back position.
So we have to take away. Wait. There's more math to this.
Go.
So 11 points. We'll give that 11 points to David Montgomery. Then there's only 6 points for Justin Fields to pick up. So that math doesn't check out.
Right.
So we got to lower Montgomery to about an 8 fantasy point range because, Justin Fields is going to take those points away.
Right.
From the ground. So do we think Palmer or Rex Burkhead gets more than 8 fantasy points on the day? That's what we're looking at here. Across the board. Rex Burkhead, I don't think has had more than 5 points this whole season.
He probably hasn't, but he's also been sharing with Dameon Pierce, who's out now on IR.
I know, right? Right before my season ends, up against the All
right, AJ Dillon had 8 for 64 and a touchdown against the Eagles. That game that I went to with Hopper. Shout out Hopper and them. Let's go David Montgomery then.
I'm fighting for David Montgomery here. I really am.
All right. It's where you drafted him. It's where you started him. He's their only weapon. They might even throw it to him a few times today.
Instead of the 4th option on a Chargers offense who is now healthy.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
getting
getting 4th.
It's definitely behind Eckler. Definitely
and then we sprinkle in DeAndre Carter
here and there,
here and there as well. So I don't like his opportunity as much.
All right, let's go David Montgomery. And he's the most likely, like I said in the beginning, to score a touchdown. So
correct. All right, so I hope that helps you, Jim Rambo. Great question.
Montgomery, and then the Eagles defense, which is kind of an oxymoron kind of situation because you're starting one against the other, but you have to do it.
Grant Fontenot wants to know, what's up, guys? Need help with 2 running backs and a flex spot. He has Stevenson, Montgomery, Knight, and both Detroit running backs. The problem of the year. For flex, got to decide between Higgins, Evans, or Chris Moore. Ooh.
Chris Moore's a great DFS play today.
You can't trust Evans. You can't.
No, we can't trust him. But like I said, he did have 2 touchdowns of over 70 yards called back, including one last week because of penalties. He's going to keep taking shots, and I'd rather go with Higgins between all 3 of them easy if I knew his hamstring was going to hold up.
Give me Higgins over Evans.
I'd rather lose because I had Higgins in there than lose because I decided to bench him and try to outsmart myself.
Keep your eye on that game time decision too, and I believe it's a late game, so that's something that's you got to keep that in mind. It's a 4:25 game, but it's the same game.
Yeah.
So if Higgins doesn't play, you play Evans.
Yeah,
easy.
Fine.
Yeah. And you play both of them over Chris Moore.
All right. Now, what do we do about running back?
Stevenson, Montgomery, Knight.
I don't know if Stevenson's going to play. Is Stevenson playing?
Stevenson's still a question mark.
Yeah.
We don't know his full status yet. He's a game time decision.
Here's the interesting one. At that point, do you think about starting both Detroit running backs? No, right? Not against the Jets. You got to go Swift, right?
I would take the pass catching running back in that situation.
Right. Against the Jets, good stout defense, go Swift, right?
Yeah. I might want Jamal Williams instead.
See, that's the problem. You don't know who's the pass catching. The only thing you know is who's the goal line back.
Well, I said it. I've been saying it all season about the 60% snap share for DeAndre Swift, which we saw last week just diminish. It was gone. Like, what happened to it? I don't know. They left it in week 12.
It's week to week.
Yeah. So the one thing we know is Jamal Williams is pretty consistent on the goal line. They do like to give it to him there. He's the bigger bruiser back.
But he catches the ball well too.
Fighter. He's a fighter.
You have no way to call that.
I think we're definitely playing one of those guys.
I would like to play one of those.
I wouldn't play both of them.
No.
And at the same time, do we take Bam McKnight?
I think I might want to start Bam over Montgomery, Chef. Like, I know we said all that stuff about him.
Oh, no. Fair is fair.
It's the you play your matchups and the Detroit defense. If you're going to do something, you got to run it. But I don't know. Maybe they have been really good against the running back.
I mean, they can't pass the ball with Zach Wilson there. So I would rather go with Bam.
Who knows what that game's going to end up looking like?
I mean, the obvious answer would be Stevenson.
If he's healthy, though. That's the problem.
I would go with Stevenson and Jamal Williams and be happy with that.
I could lose with that.
I would be okay with that.
So Stevenson, Jamal Williams, and Higgins, if he's healthy. If Higgins isn't healthy, same game, you go pivot to Evans. And if Stevenson's not healthy, isn't that game that's in Vegas, isn't it? That's later.
Yes. It's in Vegas. It's 4 o'clock.
And the other games are all 1 o'clocks.
Nope.
No? Aren't they?
I don't think so.
Monty's at 1 o'clock.
Oh, the running back games.
Yeah, all the running back. And the other game is at 1 o'clock also, right? Jets and Lions.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to make that decision on Stevenson, and that's tough because there was an article on ESPN earlier about that Stevenson not playing, that it might be the rookies.
We know Damian Harris is out.
Yeah.
All right. And I know that they did not elevate any other running backs from the practice squad this week. All right. So they have Pierre Strong. They have
Kevin
Harris, and then they have Ramondre. I think Ramondre goes. How much you're going to get out of him, I don't know, but I think you have to play him. Give me Ramondre Stevenson and Jamal Williams. Yep, that's how I'm going to play it.
You think Ramondre plays no matter what?
Yeah, I think so. I at least think they give it a go.
All right. That's scary, man. It's the playoffs, dude.
Go out there on the waiver wire and see if you have Pierre Strong.
Oh
Pierre
my
Strong
God!
What? Oh, you got goals. You got goals.
We have a goal. It's Angel Di Maria for Argentina, making it 2-0 in the 37th minute. Wow. Beautiful play. I love football, dude. Soccer. I know this is a fantasy football show, Chef. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know nothing about soccer.
Yeah, FIFA made me fall in love with it. I love the sport. The game is amazing. The speed, the passing, 45 minutes straight, no commercial breaks, nothing. And it's awesome, man.
Almost like this show.
Yeah. No commercial breaks. Sorry, that was kind of a commercial break. That was an infomercial.
Yeah.
For football. So yes, now it's 2-0 France, man, and it's crazy because France is 2-0 Argentina, and France is the defending champion, Chef. We haven't had a defending champion except one time in the entire history of the World Cup, and Messi's never won the World Cup, and that's like his elusive thing. So it's watching greatness. It's watching the greatest player of all time. It's like watching LeBron versus MJ. Like, this is the greatest player right now is Mbappe, and the greatest player of all time is Messi, and they're going up against each other in this game. And right now, the GOAT has it. Just to give you a little, that was a basketball analogy. Let me give you a football analogy. That's Mahomes versus Brady. Like,
okay,
all
right.
One guy's going out and the other one's going in. Except the guy that's going out has never won the big World Cup for his country.
Oh, well, that's not Tom Brady.
Yep, it's kind of.
All right. Larry Addison wants to know, good morning, guys. Is this the week I sit Swift for Foreman in his flex position? Foreman going up against New Orleans, correct? No. Atlanta? No.
Those
wrong once again.
those two are playing against each other.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
I'm the one that's watching soccer.
Yeah, rough morning today. Pittsburgh.
Tough, but not impossible. That's going to be a close game and really ugly. I don't know if I have the heart to do that. But it is against the Jets, though.
Chuba Hubbard's been kind of sneaking stuff in.
They use them both, though. I don't know, man. This is a really, really tough one, Larry Addison. Like, I wish we had another Till, but that time of the year where it's really hard. I don't know if I sit Swift, man. I don't know if I can lose with Swift on my bench. With Foreman, like you said, with Chuba eating into it and the Pittsburgh matchup, I think Swift, if anything, if that game gets ugly, they got to throw the ball against the Jets defense maybe a little bit. Maybe he gets some swing passes. He's good around the goal line with the passing game.
I'm going to go Foreman.
You want to go Foreman? I think we might split on this. And I die with Swift. You know what? If you're going to gash the Steelers, though, if you're going to gash the Steelers, it's going to have to be with that, right?
I think it's almost evenly matched. Like, the Carolina defense can slow down the Pittsburgh offense.
So what switches it for you?
So as long as it stays neutral game script,
low scoring,
or Carolina gets ahead, I think Foreman gets the run on the ball. Chuba Hubbard doesn't need to come in and get all that pass catching work.
Yeah.
I think they go in, and I think both of them can have a healthy floor of a run game up against the Pittsburgh defense where they give up 18 fantasy points per game. I'm going to go Foreman here.
It might be slight, but I feel like the same narrative can be applied to the other game too. The Jets and the Lions could have the same thing happen. What do the Jets do well? They defend the perimeter well. They have great corners, right? And they have Quinn and Williams clogging up the middle. So I feel like swing passes and those kind of things are going to be gadgetry, maybe, is what you're going to need to resort to in order to have a productive offense. And that gets Swift involved because he's more dynamic than Jamal Williams. So like he has a chance. But yeah, if 18 points a game, 17 points a game given up by the Steelers, I don't know if I had the heart to do it, but you're probably right that the logical decision would be to put in Deontay Foreman.
I'm going to go Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I wouldn't want to do it, though. I wouldn't want to hit the button. I wouldn't want to do
it. It's a tough one, Larry. Good luck with that decision.
But that's how you win, Chef. You've done that before against me, and you started Damian Williams when nobody thought you should. You started Jalen Samuels one time against me, and nobody thought you should start Jalen damn Samuels. And in the playoffs, that's how you advance, is by starting the guy that you should be starting, not the guy that you
and then the one year I
start.
played Mike Boone, and I lost it all in the finals.
Oh, poor Mike Boone. Shout out Mike Boone. He's injured now,
Mike
too.
Boone. Dame Roche coming in. How you doing, guys? Playoff time. You got that right, bud. Josh Allen just put up 50 against me. Anyway, I have Mixon, Connor, and Pacheco. White suit. Start.
It's probably who should I start as my RB1 and 2?
Oh, Pacheco and White. It should be White. Instead of white suit, it should probably be
who should I start?
Yeah. As my running back 1 and 2. So pick 2. What's the matchup for Mixon here? Because that's important.
The Buccaneers.
He can run on the Bucs.
Yeah, and Connor. But then again, I don't know. Pacheco against Houston's a nice little juicy matchup.
I like Pacheco against Houston.
Yeah.
Give me Mixon, Pacheco.
Yeah, I would do that too. I would feel okay with that.
Give me Mixon, Pacheco. Yeah, I'm not going to go up against that Denver defense.
No, with Connor, no, yeah.
Not with Connor.
He's good.
Not with
he's
the backup
been doing great.
quarterback. Yeah. Marquise Brown's probably not playing in this one.
We know Rondell Moore's
DeAndre
out.
Carter is going to go up against Patrick Surtain. DeAndre Hopkins, sorry. These are the things that I am cringing on this game.
Yeah. If that game ended 6-3, would you be surprised?
If you were relying on any Cardinal for your fantasy playoffs last week on Monday night, you were shot down like the Red Baron. It's just bad. And now that you have to go up against Josh Allen, who just put a 50 bomb up last night in the snow globe.
Give me Mixon and Pacheco, and I would have no problem with that. That's perfect.
I like the Pacheco pick.
Yeah. Pacheco and Mixon is perfect.
And he also wants to know, I have Dallas Goedert. Thought he would be playing. Instead, I picked up Okonkwo from the Titans, which is great. Yeah. Is that a good streaming tight end this week? In non-PPR, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Because he lines up outside as a receiver, and he has been getting long targets and yards after the catch.
I wouldn't be surprised if he scored today either around the goal line. A little play action to Henry, and he scores a touchdown.
With Treylon Burks out in this offense,
and I don't know if Robert Woods might play either.
Yeah, we haven't seen Robert Woods play. So I'm not even putting him down. The only pass catcher on that offense that I want to see is Okonkwo.
Yeah.
So, yes, kudos to you for going out and grabbing him. I know I mentioned it on the ticker on the I think I mentioned it on the ticker. I can't remember.
Well, whether you did or didn't, we're mentioning it now.
Yeah, Chig Okonkwo.
Dame Roche, that's a good start for sure.
Yeah.
I almost put him in my dailies, but I went with Dulcich instead.
Oh, and then Kicks for Mike saying Burrow or Fields?
Burrow or Fields?
Or Fields.
Burrow.
It's got to be Burrow.
That would be cool if that was like a gunslinger matchup and they start throwing it all over the place and they forget to play defense. I'd like to see a little Burrow versus Brady at the end of the half, at the end of the game.
I would trust Burrow more so than Fields up against the Philadelphia defense. It was number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
and I think it's gonna be like windy and nasty up there too, man.
I
And he's
mean,
got no dude. You got no Claypool, you got no Mooney. Like, yeah,
he's got nothing.
yeah.
He's got Montgomery.
And we've seen the Eagles stomp
Sorry,
people
David.
out. We've seen people like the Eagles stomp people out, and like, you know, like maybe he doesn't even play in the second half because the Eagles are up big. Yeah, I'd rather not. Give me Burrow.
All right. Dame Roche coming back in. He says, and lastly, I need 2 wide receiver spots, a running back 2 and 1 flex. I have Hill as my wide receiver 1 as of right now.
So he already played.
So he played last night.
Okay.
And the options are Devontae Smith, Lazard, Olave,
Oof.
Sutton, who is out, so you could just take him out of that.
Yeah.
Najee Harris, Pacheco, and Kamara. And he says, thank you, of course.
Thank you, Dame. Yeah, this is fun right here. I like this one, Chef. There's a lot of star power. There's a lot of fun stuff here.
So he needs a wide receiver 2 and 1 flex, and he needs 2 running backs. Let's handle the running backs first.
Pacheco, Kamara.
That was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Devontae, Lazard, Olave.
Now we get to get one of these,
We could 2. We get to pick 2 because we need a wide receiver 2 spot.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. A second wide receiver spot or 2?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He says,
So
I need 2
Devontae.
wide receiver spot or a wide receiver 2 spot.
Olave. Oh,
I think it's 1 and a flex.
Yeah.
It's 1 and a flex.
One and a flex. So just one receiver. Let's get that out of the way. Is it Devontae? Yes. For me.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Banged up. You don't even know the Bears secondary. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lazardo or Olave.
Or Najee now in the flex.
All of a sudden, I don't like Lazard as much.
Yeah. If I could have Najee or Olave, I would rather have Najee or Olave over Lazard.
I mean, I'm gonna check the matchup for Olave, like, because
I think,
sure, yeah, it's gonna be Olave,
yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Over all these guys,
all right,
yeah.
Devontae, Olave, Pacheco, Kamara. So 2 Saints, but roll with it.
Yeah, I think you're okay with that too.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
He still gets his targets, and yeah, Kamara will be all right.
They're both fine.
Mark Ingram out for the season.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about in the backfield anymore.
No, yeah.
All right. What did Najee Harris do last year?
Dame Roche will be back next week talking about I need to get to the finals now.
What do I do?
Start? Yeah. Sutton's healthy, so what's up?
Yeah, I mean,
next week.
Najee got you 12 points against Baltimore last week.
It's not bad, yeah, but Carolina's good defense.
PPR.
I mean, I just feel like that game's going to be low scoring, and we got Mitch Trubisky back. Najee's a fine start, but I think I would rather go Devontae, Olave, Pacheco, Kamara.
Fair enough. I'm with you. Let's roll.
I feel like Pacheco gets 15 carries today, and he does a lot with 15 carries.
All right, Matt McCoy wants to know
Deontay
Johnson, David Montgomery, Pacheco, Christian Kirk, David Moore. Can only pick 2. David Moore.
DJ Moore?
Maybe DJ Moore?
Or Chris Moore?
Well, I know he put the David there, so I would say it's a DJ Moore.
Okay.
He can only pick 2.
Right. Diggs and Ayuk let me down, and he played against Josh Allen and woofed. Oh, man.
Sweating a little bit now. Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah,
so.
I would be too. Yeah, Ayuk let me down in the league too. 2, huh?
Yeah.
Kirk against Dallas. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like that. You don't like that at all.
DJ Moore against the Steelers. I don't like that too much either. Sam Darnold. Oof. I gotta get Pacheco out of that then.
Yeah, Pacheco's in there. I would put Pacheco in.
Yeah.
Do we like David Montgomery more than Christian Kirk?
I know you do.
I don't like DJ Moore. I'm not signing up for that failure.
No, I'm not doing that either.
It's between Deontay Johnson, David Montgomery, or Christian Kirk.
Now, if it was Chris Moore, would you think about it against the Chiefs?
Yes.
You know, that's what I'd be doing. But I guess with Monty.
I'm going to go Monty.
Yeah, let's go Monty.
Play the running backs, Pacheco, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But good luck, Matt McCoy. I hope you make it next week.
He'll be back next week.
Saturday show, 1 o'clock.
Saturday, 11.
1 hour, 11 a.m., power hour. We're going to power through it for you guys right before the holidays.
I dig it.
Help you guys out, win your fantasy finals, etc. The week after.
Yeah, get to the finals. Get to the chip.
James Mendez wants to know, what's up, fellas? Flex play and PPR. Najee, Pickens, Waller, Zonovan, Patterson. Is Patterson still a thing? I don't know if it can be.
He can't be a thing. Cannot be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you only get one here.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I'll die with Najee. And if you beat me, you beat me.
It's between Najee and Bam for me.
Yeah. So kill me.
It's not Pickens because of Trubisky. It's not Waller, first game back.
Yeah,
Patterson.
Bam, I'll entertain it because it's against the Lions. But give me Najee.
I mean, Patterson, not very good. What did he do against New Orleans the first week? 22 fantasy points.
Huh?
22 fantasy points Cordarrelle Patterson had against New Orleans Saints. First time they played.
Was that the game that he ran his 103-yard kick return for a touchdown?
No, he had 22 attempts for 120 yards and a tutty, averaging over 5 per carry. And then he had 5 targets, 3 receptions for 16 yards. I mean, that's a decent game.
That is a good game.
Doesn't happen again with even more banged up Saints. Obviously, that's week 1 where everybody was healthy.
That was with Mariota, not Ritter.
Yeah,
I guess maybe it is more of an intriguing start, but I'm still not. I think I still go with Najee. If I'm going to lose, you drafted Najee in the second round. He's been coming around. He's had a couple 90-yard games the last few weeks. Like, he's been playing okay. And I know the Carolina defense has been playing a little bit better under Steve Wilkes, but it's not necessarily a world beater type of defense that I'd be afraid of. And with Mitch Trubisky back there, you're going to want to run the ball. I feel like I had to die with Najee. If I'm only picking one out of these, James Mendez, me personally, I got to die with Najee.
This one's tough.
It is a really tough tilt.
This is
but I wouldn't have involved. It's Zonovan, Patterson, or Najee to me. It's not the pass catchers. I don't trust Trubisky to throw the ball to Pickens as much as I trust Tomlin to be. You know what, James? I give me 20 carries.
James Mendez, thank you. Tilt of the week. I had to.
Yeah, this is it. Because of the depth of the tilt and then finality of just one player. Like, you can only pick one of these guys. It'd be easier if it was 2, but again, when it's one guy, like, man, it's tough. But for me,
you're gonna go die on the hill of Najee Harris.
I'm gonna die with Najee today. It's the playoffs. We're here now. Like, yeah, I'm gonna die with Najee out of these. Too many questions about Waller. Can we eliminate Waller?
Make it easier? Waller's out.
All right, let's eliminate Waller.
Waller's out. Pickens is even out.
Okay,
I don't even want to play Pickens.
All right, so it's the running backs.
It's the running backs, and that's what makes it hard.
Right. Agreed.
It's Harris. Yeah, it's Harris. All right.
Najee?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it. You got the tilt on that one.
Najee,
and I'm sure Swanson was here. He would
agree. He would ride. He would ride with that.
Man.
As much as he might enjoy it in person hearing you, bam, because he would enjoy the hell out of that.
Yeah, but I mean, Bam has a tough matchup too. So, like, I'm not going to put that on Bam. Yeah. Detroit's defense has been playing very good up front. Yeah. So, like, I'm nervous about that.
Yeah, let's go Najee.
And Zach goes, the weather in Chicago is going to be questionable. Yeah. Possible 20-mile-per-hour winds. We have boots on the ground. Zach coming in live.
I love that.
From Soldier Field.
On-site correspondent Zach argue.
We argue the fact that does it always matter? I mean, it's going to be a run-first game for the Chicago.
Both teams.
For Chicago anyway.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders is going to break a career record this year for overall rushing yards.
100% today, yeah. He's whatever his over
figures
under
the year
is,
I trade him away.
Over.
You know, thanks.
Take the over. They're going to do what they did to the Packers, that game that we went to a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to run the ball on them. 300 yards rushing for the Eagles coming to you.
I mean,
coming to you live from the Windy City.
Jalen Hurts scores 4 touchdowns. Like he's a part of the 4 touchdown campaign in the first half.
Probably.
And then
bundle up and sit on the
and then
the
he
heaters.
Just doesn't come out of the locker
room.
Sit
on the heaters and let's kill the clock in the second half.
Grab himself some deep dish or maybe a hot dog.
I was gonna say eat a hot dog like Mark Sanchez on the sideline.
Yeah.
You got a little hungry.
Remember with the linemen, they used to stick it in their uniform. They used to pull it out after halftime. Hey, you got an extra hot dog?
Eating hot dogs.
Yeah. On the bench. All right.
The good old days.
Rogelio wants to know, hey guys, Ramondre, Montgomery, Mixon, and Pacheco, bench 1, full PPR.
Len Dawson used to smoke cigarettes on the bench. Back in like the 60s,
oh
they used to smoke cigarettes.
We might have some young kids on the show that don't know what cigarettes
that was the 1960s. That's when people were dumb.
Yeah.
Don't do that, kids.
Yeah. In this instance, I would say Montgomery.
Yeah. I like Monty, but only to a certain extent.
Yeah, and you cross the threshold there.
Yeah.
There's a line drawn in the sand, and Montgomery's not on my side of it with these 4.
You have way better options, yeah. Rogelio, for sure. Ramondre, Mixon, Pacheco, ride with it. I didn't know that boy's Dominican, Chef. Shout out Dominican people. Pacheco is in the NFL. I love it. He's from Vineland, and he went to Rutgers, and he's Dominican.
Yeah.
It's trifecta. I got to get a Pacheco jersey.
I'd be down for that.
I'd
get a Pacheco
I already got a Mahomes. I might as well.
I mean, I would get a Pacheco jersey just to represent. He was one of the guys that I scouted, and I said, this guy could have a chance.
Yeah.
And
Scatterbro, bro. Like he's like a little jitterbug.
And after the combine, they were
hard.
Like, no, he's too big. He runs fast, can't catch the ball.
He can catch
the ball. All right. And then he went to Kansas City where they had CEH and Jerick McKinnon and
Rojo,
and
man.
Rojo and Pacheco sitting behind all these guys, like just checking his time. And he's like, oh, my watch is going off. He has the clicker standing outside the Outback Steakhouse, getting shocked from the pager, saying, "Oh, I'm up.
Your table's ready.
My table's ready, and it's all set. I'll take the lamb chops.
The chef's gotta be serving you something.
I'll have the lamb chops and the bloomin' onion, and I'm jumping right into the end zone with it." So that's what Pacheco did, and I'm happy with that. Kicks from Mike Sading that it was Daniel Jones. I don't even know that I clicked that. I apologize.
I remember. Yeah, it was when he was asking whether.
So it was DJ then over Tannehill.
Right. DJ over Tannehill.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, that's my Pacheco rant. I'm a fan.
You made me hungry a little bit though.
Yeah, let's go to Outback.
Let's do it.
Think KFC still open?
I like KFC.
Yeah. I have a buy. Mendez saying, I have a buy and have no need to worry about a kicker, but for the next week and more, would you rather have Geno or Dicker? Is Dustin Hopkins coming back? Or Gano, rather. Graham Gano or Dickerson?
No, Dicker. Dicker the kicker, bro.
Dicker the kicker?
Yeah.
Dicker, I barely know her.
Family show, you said. Yeah, Cameron Dicker. I would probably keep Cameron Dicker. I like kickers that are in a dome. And the weather doesn't come into play, and then teams on a more productive offense. I'd rather have Dicker than Gano kicking in the elements. So yeah, give me Dicker there. And I'm not sure about Hopkins. I wasn't sure that. I don't think he is coming back. That's why they got him.
Let me check. I can check this out for you real fast.
Nah, he had a setback, and that was like a month ago. Yeah, he's gonna miss 4 games on IR. That was like 3 weeks ago, though. So
yeah, so he's due to come back.
Maybe week 17 he comes back.
And he's on a bye this week, so that's why he's talking about it.
So he's good. Oh, he's worried that he's gonna come back against Indy. Well, I would have either one of them. I would have whoever the Chargers kicker is going into a dome in Indianapolis and then playing at home in week 17. Yeah, I would keep that.
So stick with Dicker.
Yeah, stick with Dicker. Even if your league goes to 18 games and then he's in Denver mile high the last week, you're fine, James Mendez. I would still go with, Dicker the kicker until Hopkins comes back. And if Hopkins comes back and takes the job, then you put in Hopkins.
So no Graham Gano.
No, leave Gano alone.
Okay.
Yeah, Gano still got to play the Eagles one time, and he plays at MetLife, dude. It's tough.
Yeah, fair. All right. Oh, and Matt McCoy was saying this. It was DJ Moore. Not relevant either way.
Yeah.
You're not playing DJ Moore?
Yeah, we're going to leave him out. Tough, man. How the mighty have fallen. I love DJ Moore. He's a talented wide receiver, dude.
And, Zach, reiterating the fact of how you liked Dillon against the Rams more than ETN against the Cowboys.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. Yeah, it's tough though, right? Like it's a world where you're like, oh man, I would love to start ETN. He's the more electrifying guy, catches the ball and all that. But yeah, no. I gotta go with Dylan.
And Larry is adding on to his question, saying,
I like it.
Swift. It was Swift, Foreman, or Jamal Williams. So does he play Jamal Williams over Foreman?
We have to make the decision once and for all for the rest of the day. Are we taking Swift over Jamal Williams, or are we taking Jamal Williams over Swift?
First, let's taking Jamal Williams over Swift.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't trust him. All
right, Jamal Williams then. So we're taking Jamal Williams all day. That's our guy. We're taking him all day. So Jamal Williams or Deontay Foreman? You're taking Foreman against the Steelers.
Right.
Okay.
But am I taking...
Forget about Swift. We leave him alone now.
But am I taking Williams over Foreman?
That's what I'm asking you.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You just said Foreman. You want Foreman or you want Jamal Williams? Deontay Foreman or Jamal Williams?
I can't play Swift.
No. Because we just we're establishing which came first, the chicken or the egg. If we're gonna go with
Give me Foreman.
All right. So Foreman over the Detroit running back. Yeah. Whichever one you pick.
Yeah, up against Pittsburgh. Okay. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh.
It's so tough, dude.
I like Williams too.
I like Swift and I like Williams, bro.
I want Williams. I'm putting Williams in over.
You want his 13 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, give me Williams.
The tilt is definitely real.
The tilt is real on this one, man. The tilt is real.
I feel like you should hit the button on Larry Addison just because of that.
Yeah, I will. Here we go. Yeah, there's the button. Tilt of the week. Just for all intents and purposes, we don't make any money on this show, and maybe that's just why.
Because the tilt is real. Because listen, in the same game, if I had both of them today, I would switch it 15 times before we started at 1:00. Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift. Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift. Just that one, then be like, oh, I got Deontay Foreman. Which one do I start? Like I would do it 15 times. I really would. But yeah, you know what? Give me the guy that scores the touchdowns. Let's go Jamal Williams. He's got 13 touchdowns or more on the year. Like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I like Jamal Williams.
You're going to make me want to put him in my Jamal Williams or AJ Dillon.
Can we play DeAndre Swift?
Oh, where's Mr. Swanson for this shenanigans? I love it.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, this hurts.
I love it.
No, give me Jamal Williams. Yeah, I think he's done enough throughout the season. Yeah, it's a tough one, though.
Where did this come from? Or Pierre Strong off taxi?
DJ Moore, or this was the Matt McCoy question. I have to go back. Deontay, David Montgomery, Pacheco, Kirk, DJ Moore, or
we went with the running backs on
or Pierre Strong.
No.
Leave Pierre Strong on.
No.
Yeah,
it's getting way too cute.
Yeah, I just want to double check.
That's something the chef would do, though. That's something the chef would do and advance in a game he had no business advancing, and Pierre Strong gets 2 touchdowns today.
I got no business to advance.
Yeah, man, listen. Darrell Williams, Damian Williams, Jalen
Samuels. All right. So just
Pierre Strong is the equivalent of Jalen Samuels getting 13 catches in a game against me. He had 13 catches and 140 yards receiving. He was a damn running back, my guy. And he got you through to another round to the finals. Like, what?
All right, Tilt Squad.
So is that Pierre Strong? Is that who Pierre Strong's going to be? Like, you never know, man.
All right. So for this reason, I am going to share my screen right now.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. And let's see here. And let you guys know what kind of a player I am when it comes to fantasy football.
Oh, boy.
Because Juan keeps saying it. All right. So here we go. Look at that taxi squad.
Pierre Strong.
Bam, Knight. Pierre Strong. These guys are waiting to come in the ranks. Oh, look at that. Damian Pierce is out.
Yeah.
Oh, I got room now? to put one of those guys in.
You won't start Pierre Strong. You won't start Pierre Strong. You won't.
I don't need to. And first off, this team is on a bye this week, and it's still looking like a championship team with Dalvin Cook 38 points, J.K. Dobbins 28.
It's on a bye, so it's irrelevant.
The 49ers
it's on a bye,
defense.
So it's irrelevant. As is Pierre Strong today.
Yeah, I'm not playing Pierre Strong.
Yeah, even the chef won't do it.
But to Juan's point, yes, I like to look into the future in my crystal ball per se and pick out the guys that do have potential to go off right before the playoff run. You pick them up a week beforehand. Like if you have spare time, which I don't have a lot of anymore, but if you do, you look into the future. You say, hey, who are the guys that if something happens to the lead back, they are going to get a shot?
So basically it gets a bunch of handcuffs and bets on whose guy's going to get hurt or whose guy's going to sit out now because we're going to give the rookie a chance.
I don't get my handcuff.
No.
I get my opponent's handcuffs, especially when you're on a bye week.
Yep. So you see the two guys that you potentially could be facing the next week. You go at their teams and you pick the guys up, their backups. If the running back gets hurt, then you have their backup and
they're SOL.
They're beat. Yeah.
Yep.
And I've been beat.
It's a good strategy.
It's not a bad strategy. I hate it, but it's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to like title it and patent
well, would that
it because it's a great strategy.
Would that be Pierre Strong? No.
If I was playing this week
against the guy that has Ramondre.
Against the guy that has Ramondre.
You pick up Pierre Strong just to, and Kevin Harris.
Oh, no, I would pick up Pierre Strong. I would leave Kevin Harris alone. Okay. Kevin Harris did great last week. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Yeah.
But he is solid on the ground. Pierre Strong will get those pass catching work. And yes, Jacoby Myers was out last week, but he may be coming back this week, but he's questionable. But either way, Pierre Strong out of the backfield, he would be the pass catcher in that sense. So that's the guy I would want.
All right. Fair enough. Fun stuff, Matt McCoy.
Yeah. Went down a rabbit hole there.
We had to.
I don't even know where I'm at now.
Handcuff strategies.
There's the kicker question. All right. Grant Fontenot says, thanks. Lost Pierce this week, so running backs are in shambles.
They've been there, man.
A lot of running back problems.
Story of my season. I started out with Javonte Williams, man, at the beginning of the season. That one killed me. Like that boy. Thought he was going to be really good.
I'm just still licking my wounds about having to drop James Cook and Rachaad White.
You had to drop them both, huh?
I had to drop them both.
Tough, man. Tilt is real.
James Cook looked good last night.
Yeah, he did. He always looks good. Every time he touches the ball, he
caught that
good.
Touchdown.
He looks like a sleeker, slimmer version of his brother. Like it's weird, like a more shifty version of him.
If you notice that pass that he didn't catch in the end zone where Allen just kind of overthrew him just a little bit in the back of the end zone last night, it reminded me so much of his college routes that he ran in Georgia. Like, oh my goodness. Like straight to the corner post of the end zone. I'm sorry, corner of the end zone, in the back of the end zone, over the shoulder. Like those are the kind of plays that you can expect James Cook going forward in the future.
Yeah, eventually.
Put him on your list.
He's going to be good. Next year, he's definitely one to watch.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Dallas is allowing 131 yards per game to running backs. Rams only 101 yards per game.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if those numbers are skewed because of any kind of outliers or anything. And the Rams, that's when is Donald playing? Because I don't think Aaron Donald's playing.
He's not playing.
Yeah, that changes everything, I think, for that Rams defense.
Yeah, it changes a lot.
Yeah.
Dame Roche says he has Hurts and Lawrence as well. So Hurts or Lawrence? Jalen Hurts or Lawrence? I'm going Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah. Even if he only plays the half and they dominate. But that game could go all the way down. You know, this is the NFL, man. Like, these teams, would you be shocked if the Eagles went to the Bears and had to slip up and lost that game? No. I wouldn't be.
We get a little bit of redemption on this question.
Uh-oh.
We get to pick two wide receivers and a flex.
Oh.
So we can go Devontae and Olave for the wide receivers. A running back, too, who we picked, or a running back 2.
Oh, just one running back. Well, Kamara.
Yeah, and then we would flex Pacheco, so it really wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's still Kamara, Pacheco, Olave, and Devontae.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, Najee's still 5th on that list.
All right, new question. Andres Ayala. I can't say it right. Ayala. Hey, guys, good morning. Standard League. Need one wide receiver and a flex. Kirk, Elijah Moore, McKinnon, or Gibson. Can't trust Elijah Moore, especially not in standard because he won't get the yards at all.
Now we're scared. Yeah. If it was Mike White, I might have been tempted.
Same thing with Kirk. So it's up to McKinnon if he is going to have another game like he did. Right. I don't know. Two touchdown total, games are like,
Yeah, but total yards as far as, I mean, it was a fluke play. They gave him a whole bunch of those yards, though, man. That was a weird situation.
I mean, I would hate to say that those things don't come back around, but it's the Chiefs, and we all know that they do come back around for the Chiefs.
Right.
Whether or not Christian Kirk is going to have a good game against Dallas with Anthony Brown out, Deron Bland steps in, can be beat. It's not a terrible matchup. Or Antonio Gibson, who limited the first 2 days of practice, but
so is Robinson too, huh?
Yeah,
they're both kind of limited, and it's a night game. It gives me a little chance to chase.
I mean, it was maintenance really for Antonio Gibson. He's been doing that throughout the season, pretty much. So I think they just limit his footwork.
Most yards today out of those guys. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Out of those 4 guys, who gets the most yards? Playing out. Yards.
Gibson.
Total yards. Gibson?
Yeah.
And who has the most likely chance to score?
Gibson.
So Gibson's the start.
Yeah.
It was between him or McKinnon for me.
Yeah.
As far as total yards, because they both have a chance to produce both on the ground and, through the air. So.
Right. And
if you think Gibson's most likely to score,
I think Gibson's the most likely to score.
Then we go that way.
Let's just check to see last time Gibson scored a touchdown before I put my stamp on this.
Because we know when because we both know when McKinnon scored. You know what I mean? But it is against Houston. They're good against the quarterback, surprisingly, but they're not good against the running back at all.
Gibson against the Giants in week 13, he had a total of 59 total yards, so 5 fantasy points. Did not score a touchdown. Hasn't scored a touchdown since week 10 against Philly. That was different, though. All right.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, against the Giants.
Right before the bye. He did have 4 targets.
Right, but this is standard, and those targets don't matter.
Yeah, you're right. 20 yards.
If we look up McKinnon.
Oh, he had that monster game last week. What do you mean?
Right.
But that was, again, a fluky play where Mahomes threw that one little shovel thing.
But he also had 9 targets, which I don't think he has to have 9 targets in use against Houston.
He might actually today, Chef. I think they're the number 2 defense against the quarterback this year, the fantasy quarterback. So they're going to limit what Mahomes does, and it's going to be a lot of underneath stuff. It's going to be Kelsey. It's going to be maybe some Juju out of the slot, and probably somebody out of the backfield. Whether it's Pacheco or McKinnon, we don't know, but it's probably McKinnon.
I'm gonna go with McKinnon here over Gibson. I'm gonna change tilt that way. Answer. Yeah.
We're definitely eliminating the wide receivers and deciding that it's one of the running backs. So if it's most likely to be one of them, it's McKinnon for you.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'll ride with you.
I think he has a better shot getting in the end zone. It seems like they want to use him.
And again, it's what Houston's vulnerable to. I think if you're gonna do anything through the air, if I'm wearing a Mahomes jersey because I need him to come through for me in like 4 leagues today. But I feel like if it's gonna do anything through the air, it's not gonna be to the receiver.
And I'm gonna stay away from Kirk and Elijah Moore. Yeah, I don't see big games coming.
They would. One of those guys would have to score a couple touchdowns.
Yeah,
in order for it to happen. And so far, Kirk hasn't done that. Otherwise, you would have eaten that piece of paper over there.
I mean, he did have 1-2 touchdown game.
And you didn't have to eat the paper because you said that not that day?
No one was here.
What? A tree fell in the woods and nobody heard it?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember that.
It was the week out that I did the solo pod.
That was the week he scored the 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Oh, you got so lucky, dude.
Yeah.
We all want him to eat that legal pad burrito.
I mean, it's almost gone.
Yeah, you've taken enough bites out of it, but
like,
yeah, I don't feel like today's the day that he does that against the Dallas
I
defense.
think I can like hawk up a ball and tape it up
like a paper ball instead of a hairball. Listen, I don't think today's the day that he does that against the Dallas defense. I just, so I'd rather not take one of the receivers. Let's go McKinnon. Great tilt though, Andres.
Great tilt.
We'll go McKinnon.
Mini Jordan jumping in for some playoff action.
I always say I gotta apologize to Mini Jordan because I always say where Brooklyn at, but 718 could be Queens, and it's really for Queens though. Like it could be that, and it's not where Brooklyn at. So wherever you are in the 718, Mini Jordan, shout out. Good morning.
Says full PPR. I don't know why I'm talking.
We were in New York, and he went straight to like Canterbury,
South Wales,
Wales, huh?
South Wales, in Australia.
Wales. Oh, also shout out Brad Bolt. We're talking about Australia. Shout out the homie Brad Bolt.
Says choose a wide receiver in flex: Van Jefferson, DJ Shark, Chris Moore, Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek, Isaiah Hodgins. Ooh. Isaiah Hodgins sleeper, Aguilar, Hollins, Woods, Dotson, Ramondre, if active.
If active.
I mean, you have to make a choice on that. That's the late game today, isn't it?
Yeah, we talked about that one. It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah. Vegas time. Argentina's trying to put this game away.
4:05 game for New England.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Do we like Chris Moore enough?
I love Chris Moore. I mean, he's in my millionaire maker, if that means anything. So that means
I like him more than Van Jefferson.
That means I like him. Yeah. Or Tutu.
I don't like Ben Skoranek this week.
Nah. I know Tutu had like 9 targets.
Tutu's interesting.
He had 9 targets last week, right? 5 catches, 50 yards. He had 9 targets.
For a full PPR, Tutu Atwell, I mean, he's now has some flex consideration. It's crazy. But 5 for 50.
You're picking 1 and 1. You're picking 2 players out of this.
I think Chris Moore may have the highest ceiling out of all of these players, except for Ramondre.
Dotson too, sneaky ceiling, but spotty start.
Very spotty.
I would go Ramondre and Chris Moore, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. And if I had to pick another one, it ain't gonna be Shark against Sauce, and it ain't gonna be Shark against DJ Reed. I'm gonna leave that alone. Probably
it's not a good game for DJ Shark.
Leave that alone. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chris Moore and Ramondre if Ramondre is active.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
sounds good. Good tilt.
Good tilt, Mini Jordan.
And Zach says, I'd take Jamal Williams. He finds the end zone.
Indeed.
Oh, he agrees.
Indeed.
Jose Vega coming in. Sit 1. Zeke, James Conner, or bam. Full PPR.
Bam.
Got to sit, bam.
Yeah, I'll go Zeke and Conner all day right there.
Oh. It's just tough, man.
You don't want to sit, Bam, but you have to. And then Zach Wilson's coming. Who knows what that offense is going to look like, man? I don't even know what's going to happen in that game.
I don't know what's going to happen in
that game could be 41-38, and it could be 6-3, and I won't even be surprised either way. It's weird.
I mean, James Conner doesn't look too enticing against Denver either.
No, but you know he's the lead back. You know he's going to get all the carries. You don't know there's no Michael Carter situation, and there's no Zach Wilson on his team. Oh, but he does have Colt McCoy.
You know what? Give me Bam over Connor.
Now you're going to change.
I'm benching any Cardinal.
D-Hop too?
No, I mean you'd have to play D-Hop.
Yeah?
Yeah, you think you had a better option on your bench?
Maybe because you drafted him in the 7th round because he was suspended. You know what I mean?
All right, well,
have better options.
Give me the better option, and then I'll tell you yes or no. But I don't like James Conner against the Denver defense.
D-Hop or Terry McLaurin?
Terry.
Okay. D-Hop or any Steeler? Deontay Johnson or Pickens?
DeAndre Hopkins.
So you take him over a Steeler.
Yeah.
You'll take him over DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Would you take him over either Eagle? Devontae Smith?
No.
You take Devontae Smith over D-Hop? So the number 2 on the Eagles over
100%.
Olave.
Give me Olave.
Drake London. I'm going to keep pushing.
Hopkins.
Mike Evans.
Hopkins.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. We just set Juan's line up there.
Godwin. If you want to really set it, Godwin.
Godwin would be like the line right there. I would have to go Godwin. Okay. He's been getting the targets.
He hasn't done much with them, but
slot. Yeah.
Tom Brady's not even averaging 5 yards at target, bro. It's upsetting.
Like, yeah. You
want to talk about Dink and Dunk? Just hand the ball off, dude.
Oh, gosh. Gives me anxiety just watching him play. But, I mean, going back to this, like, James Conner.
So you'll take Bam.
Give me Bam. Like, I don't think the offense moves with Arizona at all.
Okay.
With Colt McCoy at the helm. I just really don't. Not up against a stern Denver defense. I mean, it would already be a tough game if Kyler Murray was the quarterback.
Yeah, I could see Bam 15 carries. They pound their head against the wall until they make it work, and maybe he's down near the goal line and scores a touchdown.
I think he's going.
I don't love Connor anyway.
He's going to get a lot of work, but
Bam.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking at.
But so is Connor. But all right, it's a toss up between those. So I'll definitely start Zeke over both of them for sure. So if I had to sit one, I don't know if I can do it. I can't do it, Chef. We're gonna have to differ on that one. This might be another tilt of the week. Jose Vega, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go
coin, Jose Vega.
I'm going Zeke and Connor. He's gonna go Zeke and Knight.
Bam.
But we're both starting Zeke.
Bam. All right, Brian Reed, welcome in. Curtis Samuel, Deontay Johnson, or Rex Burkhead. Pick 2.
Oh Lordy.
Curtis Samuel.
Tough tilt.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
These are.
Well, your secondary's banged up. The Giants secondary is a little banged up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're totally banged up.
Yeah. So maybe give me Curtis Samuel there.
I don't mind Curtis Samuel. He's just not getting as many targets as he was.
And Deontay gets too many targets for me to bench. All right, let's go those two. Because Burkhead, that offense is bad. Who knows what the hell's going to happen in that game?
Yeah, I don't want to pick Burkhead.
I'm not going to lose.
Give me the 2 wide receivers.
It's the playoffs. So if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with Curtis Samuel and Deontay Johnson in my lineup. I'm not going to bench one of those two guys and for Burkhead. I can't do it.
Yeah, no. Give me Curtis Samuel, Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, Argentina's really about to win the World Cup, bro.
Cool. Oh, and Brian said it was half-point PPR, which really doesn't make much of a difference for me.
No, because if you wanted Burkhead, part of the case would be that he's going to catch some passes. So, yeah, no.
And he may not.
Yeah,
the passing work went to Dare Ogunbowale.
Ogunbowale. It's one of the coolest names in football. Dare Ogunbowale.
Zach coming in. He says, Robert Woods, Jacoby Myers, Jarvis Landry, Greg Dortch need 1.
Oof.
Jacoby Myers, if he plays.
Yeah. If he's playing, yeah. If not, Jarvis?
Oh.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
I mean, I don't even want to mention Greg Dortch because
no, we're not starting. You said no Cardinals.
Yeah,
I had to push you to the limit on D-Hop.
Yeah, no. And you don't really like Robert Woods either. So I
no.
Yes, Jarvis. Ugh.
I would like Robert Woods if he was fully healthy, and because against the Chargers he might be okay, but I don't know if he's fully healthy. Yeah, give me Jarvis.
Ugh.
He hasn't been doing much either, but
he hasn't been doing anything. I think the answer is Jacoby Myers.
Yes, that is the answer.
Yeah.
100%. But if he plays.
Oh man, is he going to play?
4 o'clock.
They expect him to play.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if I would play Woods.
You know what, man? Look, it's Jacoby Myers. And if at 2:30 you find out he's not playing, pick up Kevin Bourne. Or Kendrick Bourne, whatever his name is. Bourne.
Robert Woods, I guess, would be a desperation play. I would play Robert Woods over Jarvis Landry or Greg Dortch.
Really?
And he's still going to
But he might not play either. It's that time of the year.
He's not questionable. I didn't see him on the question report.
Oh, I thought for sure he wasn't going to play.
Let me go back.
Or that it was questionable.
I'll vet that real fast.
Let's do that
there. But yeah, I don't think.
Oh, you're right. He has no injury designation.
Yeah, I think Robert. That was last week. Treylon Burks is definitely out, and I would probably.
Yeah, he returned. He returned to practice 3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
He sat out Wednesday due to an illness. That's what it was. And then he full practice on Thursday.
You could play Robert Woods.
If Jacoby Myers, yeah.
Well, I mean, if Jacoby Myers, I mean, you're going to have to make a decision before that. Oh, no, you're not. Yeah, no. if Jacoby plays at 4 o'clock.
And so does Robert Woods.
Yeah, and Robert Woods plays at 4:25, so even better.
Yeah.
So just watch the afternoon injury report. And speaking of injury reports, do we have anything yet?
No, 5 more minutes. It's 11:25.
Oh, man, we got to get in there. Come on. I'm seeing.
Yeah, France is not looking good for anybody out there that cares about the World Cup.
What's the score?
It's 2-0 still Argentina.
Do they say 2-0?
2-0ers, yeah. 2-0.
Yeah. Zach says, got to make up some points. My opponent had Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, and CMC. Good night, Zach.
Good luck, Zach.
Zach, I would love to see your lineup and what you have left.
Ask him what league it is. What league is it? I might be in it with him. Might have access to that. Might be privy to that.
Monique coming in. She says, hey guys, how do you feel about adding Chuba Hubbard? He's been getting some good touches lately.
Yeah, the chef was alluding to that earlier. I like Chuba Hubbard. I'm one of those guys. I've been like them since college, but
I mean, I guess it all depends on who you're going to drop. You know, if you have to drop a player, then you have to think about that beforehand.
Chef, I'm looking at who Zach is playing against right now.
Is this the one?
Yeah, this is the one.
Is he playing against you?
No, he's not playing against me. He's playing against a friend of ours, Fleabag. But yeah, Dalvin Cook, CMC, Gabe Davis, and Cousins went up against him already. That person still has Miles Sanders, Alvin Kamara, K-Dot in the tight end, Juju, Mike Williams at the other wide receiver, and Joe Burrow.
Hang on real fast. I'm gonna mute our mics.
That would have been funny though.
Yeah. I was like,
that would have been funny though.
I was like, who's the Fleabag? And he's like, no, that's his name. I said, oh, okay. I thought I had to ask off air.
Yeah. Are we back on air?
Yeah, we're back on air.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's in trouble. Listen, he's starting Mac Jones. Diggs did nothing for him. He needs Mike Evans and Devontae Adams to go crazy. Yeah, good luck, Zach. You're going to need Bobby Trees to liven up. You're going to need Justin Herbert to have a monster.
That could happen.
Chubb already did nothing for him. Diggs did nothing for him. Like, he's in a bad way. He's in a bad way. He needs a miracle. You need Mac Jones to somehow do something crazy for you today. That's bad. He had Devin Singletary with 10 points. Yeah, you might be beat on that one, Zach.
And buddy. Let's go back to Monique.
I had to buy in that.
Monique,
league.
I want to know who you would be letting go on your squad to pick up Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, that's important. That's important.
Like that would be the definite question. If it's a wide receiver and you already have 5 on your roster and you only have 2 running backs, then yes, I can see you picking up Chuba Hubbard. I wouldn't even question it. He probably shouldn't be available on waivers either way, because he has had a decent run the past 2 weeks that he played. 17 carries in week 12 against Denver, 65 yards on the ground, no catching. Last week against Seattle, he had a field day, 14 for 74 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Also caught 3 passes on 3 targets for 25 yards. And you're not going to be able to pick him up after today when he does some work against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Because he will have some.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah.
And it's probably why I went Jamal Williams over Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on who you're going to drop, Monique. Let us know in the chat. Oh, and Zach says it was the solo week, and I did take a few bites.
Nice.
Yep. Andres, you're welcome. Anytime, any place. Catch us next week, Saturday, 1 hour, power hour, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Catch you guys for a festive fantasy football start sit.
Who else is working on Christmas Eve, Chef?
I mean, we are.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're never not working.
Never not working.
Zach wants to know, Connor or ETN? Oh, that stinks, Zach. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
No.
I'd have to lean Connor. That's where I draw the line. ETN against the Dallas defense is not something that I want to sign up for.
All right, go ahead.
I would take Connor over against
I would
Denver.
argue schematically, if I was Doug Peterson and I was coming up with a game plan, again, your pass rushers are coming at me. Great. Come here. Dump off. Dump off, dump off, dump off, especially to somebody as electric.
They've been dumping them off to Evan Ingram. That's how he had all those catches last week. Like,
so I can probably trust Connor more to jump in the end zone than I can Etienne.
Yeah, give me Connor.
Produce.
Man, that's tough.
That's a really good tilt, Zach. But I'll probably start Connor over Etienne.
Jose says, thanks. Trey S coming in. Morning, Trey. Gents. Full PPR. Start one. Judy, Boyd, or Rashad White. Dolchik is my tight end. Thanks. Like I love Dolchik as your tight end.
Yeah.
Even with Brett Rippon in. And I'm going to say
White or Judy?
It's out of White or Judy. I'm not trusting Boyd at all.
No.
I would have to go Judy in this situation.
Shoot.
If Leonard Fournette wasn't playing, I would say Rashad White.
Yes. Okay. That's fair. Let's go Judy.
Yeah. Even with Dolchik as your tight end. That's tough too. But up against the Arizona defense, like you're going to play. You're playing Judy. You're playing you're playing Judy. You're playing Dolchik.
Damn it. I don't want to.
You want to play Rashad White?
Yeah.
Imaginary points?
All right. Go Judy.
I mean,
go Judy. That's fine.
Against Cincinnati, top 5 run defense.
Go Judy. I said go Judy. You don't have to keep beating on me.
All right, I'm just. Hey,
I don't want to do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, Brian, I agree. Lots of injuries, lots of headaches, lots of tilts, and that's why we're here.
You know why? Like I say, like hesitate because the Rashad White thing. Because if Brady's not throwing the ball more than 5 yards down the field. That doesn't speak to me like Mike Evans or Godwin. It speaks to me like Rashad White and playoff Lenny. What do you call him? Layoff Penny?
Oh, what do we call him last week? Fenard Lornette?
Yeah, Fenard Lornette. But I was calling him the other way.
Layoff Lombardi or laid off Lenny?
Yeah, layoff Penny.
Layoff Penny?
Or something like that.
Laid off Lenny.
Yeah.
He almost got laid off.
Yeah.
But he is still getting 47% of the snap share, and that's where I'm
Judy.
like,
we'll go Judy.
I mean, both of them together make a wonderful running back.
Yeah, right.
But you have to play both of them.
A solid RB1.
Yeah.
They combine.
Yeah, with him on the field, I think they stick with the established, experienced running back against Cincinnati, at least until the game gets out of hand.
I don't know what the hell's going to happen in that game, but I know I'd rather have Judy than Rashad White.
Okay, Yep.
There's a couple games today that are going to be weird. I mean, every week it happens, but there's like that game yesterday was weird, man. That Colts and Vikings game was weird, bro.
This is a good one. Brandon Creasy wants to know Najee or Latavius Murray. Now, Juan, you were high on Najee earlier.
Not high, just not as low on him as I was on the other people. Go ahead.
Do you go up against the 22nd ranked defense in Arizona for running backs, points allowed, Latavius Murray with a backup quarterback and Brett Rippon, or Najee Harris against Carolina?
Nephew of Mark Rippon, once Super Bowl champion. I think he led a Washington racial slur 55-10 victory over the Denver Broncos or the Buffalo Bills. One of them, they beat the crap out of somebody, but he's not his uncle. And so Latavius is going to run the ball a ton. And damn, I like Najee because Mitch is playing and they're going to protect Mitch so he doesn't mess it up for them
But he's going to mess it up.
Yeah, but Mike Tomlin doesn't want to not.
He throws
go 500
ducks in the middle of the field.
He doesn't want to not go 500 for the first time ever. They're going to win that game somehow, and if they win that game somehow,
field goals, lots of field goals.
All right, Latavius Murray.
Give me Latavius Murray. I'm going Latavius Murray.
I don't want to do that, man.
I'm sorry, Juan, but that's where I'm at.
It's week 15.
I know.
Come on, man.
But you're feeling the pain just like I'm feeling the pain. I mean, I don't expect too much from Najee Harris and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't.
But I want to expect more from him than I do Latavius Murray. Why is he even still playing?
For this purpose. When Javonte and when Melvin Gordon gets cut midseason and Javonte Williams went down
and
week 3, week 4?
Chase Edmonds went down and Mike Boone went down. It took all that to get Latavius Murray in there. All right, Latavius Murray.
Yeah, I'm going Latavius Murray. I think Carolina has been better of late on against the ground game compared to what they were beginning of the season.
Oof.
And Zach says France came out so flat.
Yo, it's really bad. It's really bad the way they're even the way they're playing now. No sense of urgency. They're not trying to like push anything. They need to make a substitution. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. They're wilding.
And Monique said she dropped Jeff Wilson last night before he played.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could pick up Chuba then.
You could pick up Chuba.
Yeah, pick him up.
I don't mind that.
I don't know if you're gonna start him, but
I don't know why you would drop Jeff Wilson without, I would just hold on to Jeff Wilson.
I mean, what do we have left? We have the Packers next week, and then we have the Patriots and Jets. Not a good schedule for running backs those last 2 weeks. Packers next week, if he was fully healthy, that's not a bad start, but it's not going to be great down the stretch when we have to go to New England and we play the Jets at home.
Tough matchups.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Most are scared for.
So she already dropped him, so it's in the past anyways. So I guess Chuba would be a nice addition to your team.
Yeah.
Luca Magic wants to know, I know this is an absurd question, but Zerline, Dicker, or Boswell? Kicker question.
I mean, Greg the Leg this week, give me Zerline.
Zerline?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind Dicker playing against the Titans because it's in a dome. But I just feel like Zerline's offense. No, I don't know. I think Dicker outscores Zerline this week.
Give me Dicker.
Yeah, let's go Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker. I'm not going to say anything else. Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
Also, Luca Magic wants to know, drop one, Brady, Goff, or Danny Dimes?
Well, why you got to be so drastic, Luca? You got to drop one?
I mean...
But you don't need all three. I mean, unless there's a super flex of some sort. But
do we drop Goff?
I don't know, man. Brady's got the toughest matchup this week, but Danny Dimes' matchup ain't great either. The Mandos and no weapons.
All right.
It's ugly. Those three quarterbacks are ugly. Are they ranked like 18, 19, and 20 in the league right now? No. Goff is actually ranked way higher than all of them, but he does have a really tough matchup against the Jets.
Daniel Jones and Goff. Looking at some schedules here. Goff plays the Jets today, Carolina, then Chicago. So you could potentially use him against Chicago week 17 if you make your finals. Daniel Jones, pretty consistent as of late. Floor of low 20s fantasy points wise on average. Going up against Washington, Minnesota, and Indianapolis, who we saw just get their I don't know what happened.
Their doors got blown off. That was one of those races where you see a car take off and it leaves the other one in the dust, and then the other one starts creeping, and then just gets it.
It looks like the story of like the tortoise and the hare a little bit, because they came out real slow, but man, those Vikings.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, but when they turned it on at the end, man, it was like they hit the nos on them. They looked over at him and like, yeah, all right, got a little something extra in the tank for you.
Oh my goodness, it was such a
Have you met Justin Jefferson?
Jefferson, like more so.
He was doing nothing.
KJ Osborne.
Yeah, him too.
170 yards. KJ
Osborne. Unbelievable.
Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, but somehow, like, Jefferson doesn't. Come on, man.
Dalvin Cook, 180 plus all-purpose yards.
Yeah, well, that was the one big 64-yard screen.
Oh,
but it was beautiful. It was a good play.
Where he carried people on his back, and I have him on in our dynasty league.
Yeah,
on the bye, and I'm like, yes, please just continue to do this for the rest of the season, please.
I don't know if he's going to play the Colts every week, but all right.
Yeah, I know. But back to the question, and then Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady. Ugh.
It's ugly, dude. But the yards are there and the opportunities there, and they have to win games and they're going to be competitive. Like, I know the arguments are there. I think fantasy-wise, numbers-wise, the analytics will probably tell you Goff and Danny Dimes and drop Brady. But I can't say that as a Dolphins fan who's been my entire life beat down by Tom Brady, and I've, in fantasy, I've been losing to Tom Brady. Can't do it. Can't bet against the guy. What are we doing? This is rest of season, right?
I would say I would base this off the supporting cast, not so much
So
the
then you're dropping
matchups.
Danny Dimes?
I'm dropping Danny Dimes.
Okay. You still have to play the Eagles, right?
Yeah, but that's week 18. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
More so Minnesota, Indianapolis after the Washington game today. Those are two good
matchups.
matchups.
That's okay. Those that's what I mean. Like, I'd rather have that, I think.
Tom Brady versus Arizona and Carolina, week 16 and 17.
Those aren't bad for him.
Those aren't bad either. But Goff, who has been really, really good, won't be good today. He plays Carolina and Chicago.
Those are good matchups too.
In week 17. Exactly. So I moved to the supporting cast of who do the Giants have?
Nothing. They got
outside of Danny Jones's legs and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. That's a great tilt though, Luca. But
yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna agree with the chef, and I'm gonna drop Danny Dimes.
I mean, it's just
the matchups are better for the other two, and if you're gonna choose week to week, I'd rather have that. And you're right, the supporting cast. There's no Amon-Ra St. Brown coming to the Giants' rescue. There's no Mike Evans or Godwin coming to their rescue. You ain't even got a DJ Shark. Like,
I mean, I don't really want to play Jared Goff or Tom Brady this week.
Penalty.
I may lean Daniel Jones in that sense against Washington, especially without Chase Young playing again.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady could have a matchup on his hands against Cincinnati where he has to throw the ball. He has to open up the passing work. Oh, man. This is tough.
No, I dropped Danny Dimes.
I would drop Danny Dimes. I'm going to stick with my guns here. But, yeah, great tilt. Great tilt. All right, let's see. We got some updates here coming in here as far as people that are out. Active today, Trevor Lawrence, Chris Jones, Kadarius Toney.
Nice.
Not playing him.
Not playing him. No, but I like that he's active.
DJ Moore, Juwan Johnson, Frank Ragnow is active. Inactive, Trayvon Walker, Marshawn Lattimore, and N'Keal Harry. So that's another weapon gone. Inactive.
No Marshawn Lattimore.
No Marshawn Lattimore. Knew that was going to happen. Eno Benjamin and James Robinson are both out.
Oh, boy. Mbappe, he stuck it, boy. Stuck it. 2-1. Argentina's only up 2-1 now in the last 10 minutes. All right, let's get through these tilts, Chef, because I want to hear this. I gotta I get 10 minutes. I get 10 minutes of world. I can't. I got 10 minutes left of World Cup. I'm going to the TV.
All right.
It's happening.
Josh Dvorak.
I need volume.
Dorak says Survivor League, half-point PPR, start 3, Kamara, Barkley, Pollard, Barkley.
Oh, you put Barkley in twice.
He put him in twice.
So start Kamara, Barkley, and Pollard.
Yeah. I would start 3.
Would you start Barkley twice?
I don't know if I would start him twice. I may lean Pollard twice instead of Barkley twice.
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
Maybe
if we can play Barkley twice instead of Pollard twice over Barkley, then yeah. I'm sure that's not what he meant, though.
No.
How do we put these guys in order? Let's do it that way for him. Kamara, Barkley, Pollard. Pollard, Kamara, Barkley?
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
This week?
This week, yeah. I might even go Kamara, Pollard, Barkley, but yeah.
All right.
I think Kamara has a big game this week.
Zach wants to know Juwan Johnson or Robert Tonyan. I mean, give me Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, Juwan Johnson can fall in the end zone, yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely to get a touchdown.
Evan Gittleman says half-point PPR, pick 2, Chris Godwin, Olave, Garrett Wilson, or Monty. Like, this one is interesting.
Olave and Garrett Wilson for me. Oh, my God, 2-2. I got to go. Oh, my God, it's 2-2. This is unbelievable.
Goal!
Oh, my golazo. Oh, this is unbelievable. They got a penalty 2 minutes ago, and they just scored out of nothing at all. You got to put this game on. Come on. It's the World Cup. It happens every 4 years.
All right.
I'll do the rest of the show this way.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is tied up.
I can't believe Mbappe just did that. He made the penalty kick. Let me see this goal.
This is so illegal. But anyway, tune along, watch the World Cup if you want, fantasy soccer.
Unbelievable the goal he just scored, this kid. They're showing the replay on here. We're like a minute behind on the iPad.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go Olave if it's half point PPR.
Because of the total yards, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Garrett Wilson over Godwin and David Montgomery. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
Thank you, Lord, for extra time. Stay tied, please, and then we can be off air and I can watch the rest of this and scream like a maniac.
If it's tied, does it go to penalty kicks?
No, we go 15. They go to extra time, 2 15-minute periods of extra time. But it may not get to that. Messi's got other ideas here. See what we were talking about, the greatest player of all time and all that. That kid Mbappe that just scored both goals. He got the penalty and then he scored another goal. He's 23 years old. He won the World Cup 4 years ago. He's like champion at PSG. Like he's a star. Like he's the future of soccer. And then the past 20 years, you've been hearing about Messi. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Right. And this is his first chance to win a World Cup. And his second chance to win a World Cup. He's up 2-0 with 12 minutes left. And this kid comes out of nowhere and scores 2 goals. Like, this is just stuff of legend. Like, it's amazing. And we're watching this right now, and we're doing this illegal thing that we're doing, whatever we're doing. There are about 4 or 5 billion people watching this game right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's on TV. It's free on social media and everything.
4 or 5 billion people. It's crazy.
Tim Barrett wants to know, morning, fellas, on Tilt this morning, are we trusting Ramondre Stevenson today or play Antonio Gibson or Chuba Hubbard?
If Ramondre plays, I have to play him. And if not, I would go Antonio Gibson against the Giants tonight.
Yeah. Makes sense. Tonight, huh? They play late?
Yeah. Don't you guys have the 8 o'clock game? Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I'm watching soccer and still no.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm happy.
Yeah, you guys are the prime time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great game. Great game for prime time. All right. The latest on Ramondre Stevenson is he has a good chance to play. Did not practice until Friday and only got in a limited session.
It's a good time to rest your running backs, though. This time,
New England did not call up another running back from their practice squad.
Oh, they didn't bring up
nope.
Pierre Strong?
No, he's not on their practice.
Oh, he's been up.
Yeah, he's not on their practice.
Kevin Harris?
Kevin Harris is still in the lineup as well. He's the RB3 because Damian Harris is out.
Oh, that's right.
But they didn't go deeper than that.
Good enough.
It says it's indicating that Stevenson is good to go. I would trust Stevenson to play. And if not, like Juan said, then you can pivot to Gibson. Right? We got that right?
Yeah, now? I agree. I would pivot to Gibson. I would start Ramondre, but then I would pivot to Gibson and leave Chuba Hubbard as my third option. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would have to pick the Chuba Hubbard option early. So you can pass on that. Yeah. Pass on that. Wait for Ramondre Stevenson.
At 2:30, you'll hear the news. 2:30, 2:35, you'll hear the news.
And then you'll know whether or not to play Ramondre. And then,
but if he's healthy, I'm definitely starting.
Yeah, I'm playing him. If he's playing today, I'm starting. Juan, this game is wild right now. Yes.
It's unbelievable. It's back and forth. It's going to be either something crazy happens in the next 3 minutes here. Or we go to extra time and then penalties. It's crazy. All the drama in the world. Penalty. Oh, they're going to give him a yellow for simulation. A yellow for diving?
Andres Ayala says Kirk or Slayton at wide receiver standard league. Are we playing Slayton over Christian Kirk?
I am. Against the Cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah. He did have a really long touchdown last year for the Cardinals against them. Oh, that's a penalty. No, he simulated. You're right. He dragged his leg. Look at him, cheater. Christian Kirk had a really long touchdown last year against the Cowboys for Arizona. And but that was a freak game. Like he played against he was on the Cardinals. He was playing against the Cowboys, and he had like 3 catches for like 116 yards or something. But one of them was like an 80-yard touchdown that he caught. So I don't necessarily believe he can do anything today. The Cowboys defense is getting better and better. I think I'd rather have Slayton.
I think
6 for 90, 6 for 90 last week without getting in the end zone. He might get a long touchdown. They don't have William Jackson anymore, the Commandos, and I know they have a good defensive line, but that secondary doesn't scare me.
Yeah, no, I like Slayton in standard over
prime
Kirk.
Time. Yeah, standard. Yeah, let me get those yards and maybe the end zone.
All right. Well, that wraps up. I don't see any more questions in the chat.
Thank goodness.
Guys, I know Juan wants to play.
What a goal. Look at this thing.
Is it a goal?
No, that was the one that tied it.
Oh.
He scored within 2. Look at this. Volley in the air. I mean, and at the time that he made.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
After he just made a penalty to bring it within 1. It's unbelievable. He's 23, that kid.
Mondo coming in. Andre says, thanks, guys. Great show.
Thank you, guys.
Mondo says, Rachaad White or Gibson?
Gibson.
Give me Gibson. Against the Giants. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I think it's that time.
Viva football.
Everybody, good luck in your fantasy playoff
Go get them, guys.
round.
Hey, guys, remember Saturday, Power Hour, 11
to 12.
11 to 12. We'll put things on Twitter. We'll make sure everybody knows what the times are. But definitely 11 o'clock next Saturday. And also on New Year's Eve on Saturday, we'll probably do the same thing.
11 a.m. on the eves.
11 a.m. on the eves. I like that. 11 a.m. on the eves. We'll be here live. And I won't be distracted at the end of the show with the World Cup because it'll have been over. What a great game. I urge everybody to watch it, man. Zach, my man, another fantastic Sunday. Yes, indeed. Sharon is just getting started. Just getting started.
All right, everybody. Till next time. Thanks for tuning in to the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast.
Go get them, guys.
The Fantasy Football Sunday Tilt. And we'll catch you next Saturday.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Sunday Tilt. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/thetiltisreal and like and subscribe. We're live every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you all next week on The Tilt is Real.